Hi everyone. I wanted to go over some tips and tricks on how to assemble our stuffed box project for this week. So this digital kit came with a template for a box that you are just going to cut out and assemble, and it was pretty straightforward. So I have mine already assembled here. It had some tags, it had some ephemera, little decorative bits. So let's get into it. Let me explain to you how it was designed and how it was intended to be put together. Doesn't mean it has to be that way, but I just wanted to just review quickly so you had a brief understanding of where to go with this bad boy if you were a little confused. So the box is pretty straightforward. The only suggestion that I would have and that I would do different with from what I did originally was I print all my all my things to practice with on thin paper for the sake of being cost effective. But when you're making this craft for an actual craft, you'll likely print this on cardstock. And I would recommend printing the box on cardstock. Or you could line the inside. So in order to do that, I would print out the sheet, line it before you, glue whatever lining before you cut it, and then assemble it. That would beef it up a little bit. This is a little flimsy for my liking, but I'm just rolling with it. So that would be my suggestion. Print this on cardstock or line it simply by taking your paper, gluing your backing to this paper, and then cutting it out and assembling it. That would be my suggestion for the box. Now I have two types of tags, two types of larger tags, one with a pocket and one without. So these were designed to be folded, and so your front and back has a pattern on it. I also wanted to make sure that maybe you have cardstock or book pages or something else that you would like to use. You can easily cut these right down the middle and have two separate tags and back them on your own or not back them if you wanted to journal on them. But yes, and that was the same for our journal prompt cards. Durrani from Retazos y Recuerdos provided us with these beautiful journal prompts for this week. And if you're a member of that group that swaps every month, these will have a little extra meaning to you. So again, very simple. You're just cutting them out, folding them down the middle, and gluing them together. So you have a front and a back. That's finished. If you didn't want to do that and you wanted to use these for something else, you can do that as well. So I'm going to, I trimmed this out from my sheet. I'm going to use my trusty scoreboard that I talk about a lot. I'm going to score that line where they fold over each other. I don't know if you can see, can you see that? And then I'm just gonna fold them on top of each other. And I'm gonna glue it before trimming it, because then I can ensure that both sides are trimmed at the same time. It's less cutting. This is just fine on a thinner paper because you are doubling it up. So I would let this dry a little, but obviously for the sake of doing this, I am going to cut it right away. And I'm just going to cut it. If you have a paper cutter, you can use your paper cutter. If you want to use scissors, you can use scissors. Whatever you want to do. One thing that I sometimes do is I have to be careful that I'm not sometimes when you fold over and you do it too quickly, you get a little off center. You can see here that I'm a little off on this. Not too bad, but just a little. I always use scissors on my tutorials because I have a big guillotine cutter, so it doesn't really work. I have to pause the video and go cut because I can't move my cutter easily. So yeah, so there we go. We have a front and a back, and we can stick that there. The same applies for these style tags. The arch tags, you're gonna do exactly the same thing. You're gonna score or just very carefully fold on that line. And I'll just do it like that in case you don't have a scoreboard. And then you're just going to glue it and cut. And it's the same exact thing. These tags are a little different. Not much though. These tags are a little different, like I said. Again, it's kind of the same process. So you're gonna cut out. And the most difficult part about cutting this for me was these tiny little notches, but again, you're going to fold or score your paper down this line here. And then you're going to glue these two together. And that's where I would start. Again, I do not cut out the whole tag because once they are together, then I will trim it. So it makes it less cutting, number one, and a little bit easier because then I don't have to be as perfect when I'm trying to line things up, because that can be difficult once things are kind of trimmed. So, all right, so there we go. Easy peasy. We folded that. And I also scored these lines on my tabs. Again, you don't need to. You can do it by eye or use a ruler and an edge of something, a credit card and a ruler, or a mechanical pencil that doesn't have the lead pushed up is what I typically use. All right, so then this is really simple. You're just folding these tabs in and you're gonna put some glue on them or tape runner. And you're going to press them. I'm just gonna press to make sure they're stuck there, and there's your pocket. And that's probably the most difficult thing you're gonna do in this whole project, so that's good news, right? Okay. And then I'll just trim it. I'll just take some scissors, trim it. I know we talk about this all the time because you're either team okay with cutting with scissors or you're not. I find I used to not at all, but I think it's like one of those skills. You know, when you're in kindergarten and first grade, they make you cut out all those stuff for your fine motor skills. But I think as you age, it becomes really important to do things like this because, hey, if you don't use it, you lose it. So partly for my brain, I like to keep going with this type of stuff. So I maintain having control and the muscles in my hands are strong and can work appropriately. So if ever I can cut with a scissor, I'm cutting with a scissor. That counts as exercise, right? No, I don't think so, but we're gonna say it does. All right, so here are my two tags. They have designs on the front and back. This is a plate, like a plate design. It's like a little plaid tablecloth. And then this one is a page from a cookbook and a fall and like a beige-ish bingo card. So in here, you can tuck any little bits and bobs you like, and they're gonna live right inside of here. So this box is super cute how you can arrange it. You can add some journaling and tuck in here. You can If you have a special recipe that you use for the holidays, or even as like a style of paper napkin maybe you bought for to set your table with this year, maybe you want to keep a little bit of that. And we have these beautiful journal prompts that can go in here. So later in the month, or throughout the month, I should say, we're going, everything that is a digital for this month is going to be something that is intended to go inside of here. So next week it's going to have some fun things with pie. I have like a pie game wheel where I can't really explain it, so you'll have to wait to see it. But yeah, we're just going to stick these in here, arrange them. One week I'm going to have these little plates. You know, the mailers also received things that they can use to create this, which is nice because you have a purpose for your mailer. So hopefully by the end of the month, this gets filled up with all kinds of fun things. You can glue or use stickers to embellish the pockets, some foam squares, and to add like a die cut to make it a little three-dimensional would be really fun. You could punch a hole and have some ribbon. You could have lace trim. You could add a photo. Oh, that would be really sweet. Like to add a little photo to this, I think would be just really cute. Here's a little recipe card. If you wanted to take a picture even of your favorite meal that you made, or even jot down your recipe, that would be really cute. So yeah, give you some ideas on what to do for your little vintage inspired stuffed box, and I can't wait to see what you guys make with them. You guys are so creative and always inspire me. So I can't wait to see what you guys do, because then I can do that to mine too. So please share what you guys are doing. You're always so creative and have wonderful ideas, and I love to incorporate your ideas into my ideas. All right, guys, have a great week. Bye.